Thanks for staying with us. Let's bring you some national news from the capital now. It's an all-out war between the opposition and the government over the Justice Patil panel. The BJP has threatened to take action against the Telecom Minister Kapil Sibal for announcing an inquiry outside Parliament at a time when Parliament is in session, calling it a breach of privilege. But the minister says it is the opposition that is not allowing the smooth functioning.
General practice is not to make any announcement regarding any policy when the Parliament is in session outside the Parliament.
Mr. Shah, also, do you think the fact that he's talking about a probe from 2001 brings the NDA and the BJP also
whatever he can talk is a different thing. We don't accept all that. But the question is that the manner in which he announced it is highly objectionable and may invite privilege.
Are you worried that he's the BJP? And
I'm not at all worried. Our party is not at all worried about it.
Not only does the law of parliamentary privileges for the BJP mean the privilege to obstruct Parliament, but it also means the privilege to obstruct running my ministry. I wish the leader of the opposition had been more thoughtful and circumspect when he enunciated the law of parliamentary privileges. For one's vision should not be blurred in enunciating the law when one is obsessed with politics.
Well, staying with national news, while the opposition is slamming the government for announcing a probe into the 2G scam from 2001 without going through the Parliament, the man who will head the investigation is gearing up for a tough task ahead. Retired Supreme Court Judge Shivraj Patil has been asked to probe spectrum allocation policies from 2001 to 2009 and file a report in 4 weeks' time. NDTV's Vasanthi Hariprakash caught up with him in Bangalore before he left for the capital.
The man who's been given the task of telling the people how spectrum was given, how 2G licenses were allocated, now joins us. Justice Shivraj Patil, thanks so much for speaking to NDTV, sir. But you've been given only a month's time to go into the entire gamut of 2G spectrum allocation. Is that enough time for you?
I must make one or two things clear to you before I answer this question. Firstly, the entire, or rather all aspects of this spectrum are not before me. Although I do not have the terms of reference in front of me now, I have not received the terms of reference yet. But broadly I was given to understand that I have to look into the procedural aspects, namely whether the appropriate procedures were followed in the matter of allocation of 2G spectrum and in the matter of granting licenses. And this is not a commission under the Commission of Inquiries Act. So it's a one-man committee. One-man committee for a specific purpose, and not that all aspects relating to this are to be looked into by me. Secondly, to your question whether it is possible to complete in 4 weeks' time, I will not be able to say this exactly for the reason that I don't have terms of reference. Unless I look to the terms of reference, I will not be able to say what is the volume of work involved and the nature of work involved.
In some international news now, in the face of continuing anger from China, the Nobel Peace Prize Committee has had a unique ceremony to mark the award given to jailed Chinese dissident Liu Xiaobo. An empty chair on the podium in Oslo marked the absence of Louis, who is jailed in northeast China for political offences. The entire gathering gave a standing ovation when Louis' name was announced. Remember, China has waged a wide-ranging campaign to discredit the award in recent weeks and even got 18 countries to stay away from the award ceremony. India, meanwhile, has stood up to China's diktat, and the Indian envoy was among the vast gathering that gave a standing ovation to the jailed dissident. US President Barack Obama, who received the Peace Prize last year, said in a statement, "Mr. Louis Xiaobo is far more deserving of this award than I was." Today was a somber and formal ceremony made more visible in many ways as a result of Beijing's efforts to suppress it. In a moment from now, catch an exclusive interview with Sunny Gavaskar where he talks about the Kiwi squash prepared by the Men in Blue